Hi, my name is Vasile. I'm a Roma genderqueer person from Moldova, and we will talk about fluidity.
Hi, my name is Oliver and I'm a trans guy who make videos about LGBTQIA+ people where they get to talk about anything that they want that's somehow related to them being queer. A couple of months ago I visited Moldova's capital Chisinau and there I met up with lovely Vasile.
I am Vasile. I identify myself as a genderqueer person. My pronouns are they, them. Usually in Moldova I can use all the pronouns, but when I am abroad I'm using they, them in English. I'm a founder of a media queer platform called Bangbang.md. It's the first one in Moldova. Me and my team started that 2 years ago, and we're trying to change something in this beautiful country, Moldova.
Vasile has always felt different.
Because I am half Roma, I forgot to say that I am half Roma. And I never understood why people were staring at me and calling me Tsigan, the gypsy name, gypsy word, like gypsy, Roma, Tsigan. I never understood why. What should they bother about my color, my ethnicity? And sometimes I was crying. I was very fragile as a kid. When they was laughing about me because I was fragile, they usually used different, you are faggot, you are gay. My brain was like, what is that? What is that? So I was told that I'm gay before I understood what means to be gay. And I was trying also to protect myself, and I started also to act that I'm not gay, I'm different. Because deep inside I realized that means something bad, something unusual, and I need to hide this part. So I started to act different just to be accepted. That came with a lot of problems in my life, crises. I started to fall in love with people that were violent with me, and I was afraid to leave them just because I was afraid to be alone. And at 24, I had a mental breakdown. I had a suicidal episode in my life. A friend of mine told me, look, you need help. And I started therapy, and then I realized that all my life I was ashamed by myself, and I started to work with this shame, and a thing that helped me to understand and accept the fluidity, because we started with the fluidity. The fluidity of my personality was that the shame, the guilt, it's not mine. They try to put that on me because they are ashamed, they are afraid of unknown. And I realized that fluidity will help me to embrace my inner peace, to embrace my inner child, and to help to become who I am. Now I'm living my authentic queer life, and I'm so happy because that energy gave me so much power. Sometimes I feel that I am unstoppable, so that's a good state of being.
Everything that has happened in their life led up to them starting the media platform Bangbang.
So Bangbang, it's a media platform for queer people in Moldova, and we are trying every day to provide space for queer voices in Moldova. The biggest thing about Bangbang is that we are the only queer media voice now, and we are voting from our perspective about our queer reality, about us, about our problems, and that's empowering. Because journalism, heterosexual people, even they are queer friendly, they're our allies, and that's okay. They never can really understand us, so that's why it's important to have voices from the community that are doing journalism. Now we are 85,000 unique users in 2 years. Half of them are from Romania, So thank you, Romanian people. And that's because we are speaking the same language, Romanian. And in Romania, they don't have such a platform. So that's nice. And we have in plan to launch this platform also in Romania and to become more a regional platform. Where Russia have influence in the eastern part of Europe, we need to have a queer voice that will balance the anti-narratives that are used against us. And our approach is to to build bridges between queer and non-queer people, because my belief is that we are driven by the same emotions: fear, shame, guilt, and we need to find some common things that will bring us together to change something. One week ago, someone asked me, when I'm thinking about the future, how I see this future. And I was like, I think it's intersectional, first. Second, we will have more problems, more crises. And I think that's important now to work to find common things that will bring us together and to work for changing our problems, our situation. So I don't know how yet, but sometimes I think that if you'll find this like common fear that make us fight with each other, we can end the conflict, and I'm working on that.
We're going to end this video on a more personal note by getting back to Vasile's gender identity and the best things about being genderqueer.
I never felt comfortable when people are addressing to me as man, bro, or something like that, this like masculine thing. And never like I feel uncomfortable, and I never understood why till I made my this year I had my coming out as a gender queer person. And then I realized that fluidity, when I accept that, like it's freedom, one, then I feel that I have of infinite possibilities of expressing myself. And for the first time I started to go in shops, women's section, and took the different pieces of wearing because I love that. And I started to do makeup, and sometimes I'm feeling that I want to have I have to wear makeup, or to have my nails done, or like to have a skirt. And I feel that if I want that, I will go and I'll do that, because I feel that in that moment my personality wants to express itself through this way. And that's bring to me freedom, liberation. I don't put myself in a cage, in a box, you know. I have the possibility to do whatever I want without thinking that is crazy, or that is feminine or masculine, or something in between, or something beyond. I don't think about my identity or in this binary or non-binary. Like, I prefer just to be like, if I feel today that I want to be in this way, I will be this way, without trying to put a tag, you know. Like, no. When you accept the fluidity, that means that, okay, the life is fluid, this time is in this way, and I'm happy, I'll accept that. Maybe another time will be different. So we need to accept the fluidity of life and live according to that.
If you enjoyed watching that video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. I really appreciate you showing your love in that way. If you also want to support the channel financially, that's possible via Patreon, but really no pressure. See you next time.